We are getting closer and closer to the release of the GTA 5 Expanded and Enhanced Edition, and with this new game, there's going to be a new edition of GTA Online, and in this video I wanted to go over my top 5 things Rockstar should have in that first GTA Online PS5 update. So these are going to be some truly next-gen things we should be expecting, because honestly the rumor at the moment is this upcoming GTA game, or edition of the game, is going to be on the Red Dead Redemption 2 engine. The rumor was that Rockstar were porting basically the entirety of GTA to Red Dead Redemption 2's engine, which is of course their newer engine, and we got a really good look at it with Red Dead Redemption 2. So some of the things that Rockstar should have: number one, better character customization. If you played Red Dead Online, the character customization in that game was pretty solid. You had a variety of different builds and stuff you could choose from. I want to see that, but just even better. And I'm going to, in this video, take you guys through a couple of different mods that people have made, showcasing what could be done already in GTA. So there's no excuse for Rockstar to not do something like this. And this first one, yeah, it's not obviously for everyone, but just something along these lines, right? Having a full body tattoo, customization option, having different pant options, right? Obviously not everyone's gonna do it, but I'm just saying, give us the options, right? I want to see new body shapes. I want to see new hairstyles, longer hair, bushier beards. Regarding the body, I mean, look, this is obviously to an extreme. It's the mods for you. I don't know what to tell you. But just, it's different, right? Like, if you want to be as curvy, I guess, as this person made their character, why can't you have that option? But you should also have the option, I think, like in Red Dead Online, to be completely giant. Like, if you want to make yourself fat, make yourself fat. Obviously, this is a naked woman, but sure. If you want to have longer hair like this, give us that option. The hairstyles in the game are so outdated, it is crazy. But if you want to be more athletic, right? If you want to have, I'm just going to show you guys some pictures of, these are in GTA. Like, these are mods you can get in GTA. But the hairstyles are nice. Obviously, they're different. They're a lot better. They're more modern. But yeah, if you want to have a muscular character, if you want to have an athletic character, give us these options. Give us better character options. Let us remake our characters. Here are some other mods that people have created. Just, these are some nice looking characters, and unfortunately we don't really get that in online. This one is something, obviously it's cyberpunk-esque, but it is a very cool idea. This one has different modifications you can make to your actual character in game. You can have different parts. You can have a freaking synthetic arm if you want. Obviously this might not be GTA-esque. It is of course cyberpunk-esque, but I don't know. Why not give us the option? It doesn't make sense not to. It's a game. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you just see these pictures here. Very cool stuff. Also, again, more haircuts, different haircuts, just better looking character customization in general. I mean, better glasses, bandanas around your head, different nose ring options. Like, just give us everything you could possibly ask for when it comes to customization. I think that should be expected for a game releasing in 2021. The second thing should be new properties, mansions. Again, if they are updating the engine to Red Dead Redemption 2's engine, to a modern engine, why not give us some mansions? I don't know, make them giant. Just let us have some variety. This is obviously one example. Again, we're gonna go through some mods here. This one has a friggin' airport. A runway. I mean, maybe that's not as realistic, but it has a helipad at least. Give us a mansion with a helipad, maybe with a 20-car garage. Maybe we can even put some cars outside. You can see down here. I mean, just scrolling through the pictures, you can see here's the, I guess, 20-car garage. Give us a mansion. Give us some properties like this one. The interior, you have a bunch. You have a freaking McDonald's, right? It doesn't make sense because it's GTA, but sure. You have different rooms. Let us spend our millions of dollars that we've made on these. Now, I guess maybe location is where things get a little tricky. Obviously, a lot of these mods you might have seen just random mountain areas. Maybe Rockstar could do that if they wanted to. If they wanted to, they could throw them on some islands on the ocean. I mean, there are a couple of different mansion areas on the map they could add, but like, look at this view. Give us like this whole area. I want to be able to own this. Figure out a way to make this work. Maybe because some mansion areas are like on the outside, maybe make it so where the second you walk through the gate, it's just like a seamless transition and you go into passive mode so you can't die. I don't know. I'm not the developer. They are the developer. We're in 2021. We should be expecting these things from this game. Now, this one is an F mansion, I guess. Sure. Again, just an idea. Have a helipad. It's just different. Here's another one at Sunset. This one has a runway, 2 helipads. I want to be able to, this one has a giant garage, actually. I want to be able to call my helicopters from my mansion. I want to be able to walk out and get them. This is probably the coolest idea because not only do you have a helipad, you have a freaking yacht dock. Let me be able to dock my yacht. Sure. Dock my submarine. I don't know. Put it on the ocean. Like I said, that's probably the easiest idea from Rockstar because there's unlimited land on the ocean. You just make some freaking islands or something and boom, you have mansion. I mean, it's not that hard, you would think. And I know mansions, properties themselves wouldn't be very useful. Maybe Rockstar could make a use for it. Maybe a new business comes out and you need a mansion. But just something like this needs to happen. So that's the second thing. The third thing is better physics, better car physics in the game. Maybe not like actual handling. I like the way the handling is. I mean, sure, some people argue that you could make it a little bit more realistic, but it's fine. I just want to see better physics. Go back to how it was in single player at a certain point where your car can become a freaking like a cube of metal because it gets crushed so much, right? This is just some pictures. Obviously, you can't really showcase too much in pictures, but like you can see when you get in a crash, your car should look like it got in a freaking crash. I mean, maybe that would be a little annoying in certain situations, but it would just make things better. Because if you're in a, I don't know, if you're in a battle, like you're trying to get away from someone, they're coming after you, and they crash right now. Oh, they flip their car, boom, they're back. They're coming after you. But if they made something where your car actually gets sort of totaled, then you win. You get away. It would be just much better than what we have at the moment. And if like your wheel could pop off, that could be cool. Another thing I think that happens in single player is oil leaks. If someone shoots your like where your gas would be, an oil leak would pop out and you can shoot that, it would blow up. This is an extreme example of the car deformation, I guess. Just, we want it back. So having better physics, better car physics, better damage, that is, I think, the third thing that should be expected, that should be needed in the first PS5 update. The fourth thing is much better vehicle customization. Now, they're not going to go back on all 500 vehicles or however many vehicles that are in the game now and add new customization, but there should be much better customization on the new vehicles. It should be Benny's customization, but I think even better, even higher. And just some examples of that, again, it's not like you can see all the customization through pictures alone, but there are some mods out here. Like this one has over 400 tuning parts. Rockstar doesn't do that, but this is what it should be like on truly next-gen hardware. You should have the option to change literally like every single part about vehicles. And this one's a lowrider, for instance, so it might have a lot more customization than, you know, certain other vehicles. But it's just kind of sad when you are on PC and you have access to these mods and then you download them and you go in game and you just see the amount of customization and detail that these modders put into these vehicles, and then Rockstar doesn't do even half of that. And it's very upsetting. And of course, now these vehicles are based off of real life cars, so there'd have to be some tweaking when Rockstar makes them. They don't make realistic or real life cars. They have to make them fit in the GTA world. But just the level of detail and the customization that some of these vehicles have, some of these mods have, and a couple of these are from like 2015, 2016. So these are 5-year-old mods and they had them back then. Again, there's no excuse for Rockstar not to have the level of customization that some of these mods have in GTA Online on the new engine. So that is the fourth thing. And I mean, you can just see some of the interiors here look so damn good. And you have a bunch of different options when it comes to the interiors on some of these vehicles, different liveries. I mean, this one, if I go back to the picture, it shows actually what it looks like stock, or if you want to make it the crazy version on the left, you can do that. I mean, yeah, Rockstar's done a decent job with some of the sports classic cars over the last couple of years and some of the Benny's vehicles, but every single vehicle going forward from the next PS5 update should have all this stuff. It should be Benny's. Now, whether that means you have to either go to Benny's or, hey, Rockstar, if you want to make some money, charge us an additional fee. Make us own some new property that we can only customize there. I mean, look at this. Look at this interior. That's so well done. And this one had a bunch of different liveries as well. But, you know, I don't know. Just things like custom brake caliper colors, interior lighting like you just saw, updated interiors for certain things. One of the really cool things I saw was actually having an option to self-drive a vehicle. Like, it would maybe be like a $500,000 or $1 million upgrade, but if you put self-driving, then you can literally set a waypoint and the car would drive itself to it. I mean, that's not the most useful for certain things because of course you're going to be driving the speed limit, but like, why not? It's GTA. We have millions of freaking cars, I swear to God, and it's like, we should have something like that in this game. So that is definitely the fourth thing that I think should be added in the PS5 update, the first PS5 update. And then that brings us to the fifth thing, which I'll actually have some slight gameplay of this. Just a better environment and more interactivity, a more immersive environment. If they are going to Red Dead Redemption 2's engine, we've seen how the NPCs and stuff act in that game, and they're really well done. I want that level of interactivity and immersive content, I guess, in GTA Online. You should have pedestrians actually doing a lot more activities. They should be able to interact with each other. Of course, animals should be a thing, and have the animals interact with the pedestrians in certain parts. Like if you're hiking, maybe a freaking mountain lion comes and kills someone. You know, just things like that, right? Maybe more attention to detail. Maybe when you die, like maybe your body doesn't just disappear. Maybe it actually sits there and starts decomposing. I think that was maybe a thing in Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe a dialogue system like in that game where you could actually talk to every single NPC. I mean, it was a very basic system, but just having the option of actually talking to an NPC would just make the world feel so much more alive. And I think that for sure, again, if they're switching to the Red Dead Redemption 2 engine, it should be a given that they're doing something like that. I will be very disappointed if this PS5 update, like the true next gen update for GTA Online, if it's just a rehashing of the same old game we've been playing for the last 8-10 years, whatever it's been, then Rockstar truly just don't care. But if they can add these things, which are either in mods that people have created or in Red Dead Redemption 2 that they've already made, then this upcoming edition will truly feel like a totally new game. And those are just 5 things. I mean, a couple of other things I'll just throw in here. Building interiors, maybe not the ones we already have, but certain building interiors should be able to load without a loading screen. Like you should be able to just go into a building and then figure out what you want to do in there. Also, one of the things I would love is weather that affects gameplay. Like, imagine having a robust weather system where, I don't know, you could have like a freaking hurricane come in or like tornadoes. It doesn't make sense maybe for LA because LA doesn't ever get weather like that. But hell, it doesn't snow in LA, so you could say the same thing about snow around Christmas. It's a game. Let's have some fun. Let's have some stuff that is unique. Maybe an earthquake. Imagine you're just driving and a freaking earthquake happens. It'd be a rare occurrence, but stuff like that. That's not maybe weather per se, but weather that affects gameplay would be another very good upgrade. But anyway, that is it with the video. That is maybe a little longer of a video than I wanted to make it, but it is something that Rockstar should be upgrading to. If they are going to treat this as a new game, then we should be treating it as a game that's releasing in 2021 and not a game that released in 2013. So all of these things I mentioned, these are all things that most modern games have. And if Rockstar don't do this on that first PS5 and Xbox Series X update, then it's going to be very disappointing. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you want to add anything to this list, let me know as well. Thank you guys for watching, though, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.